This is your morning brief for Monday, May 6th. Get ready for a barn burner, everybody. This is going to be a tough day. Stock markets are set to tumble after Trump announces $200 billion in additional tariffs on China. Talks have completely broken down, and of course there was no warning about this. Everything was fine. Well, the roost is up. It's not going well for the U.S. And the response is to put on more tariffs. Stomp your feet like a baby and put on more tariffs. And this is not solving any problems. Everybody thought a deal was going to get done. Markets are going to absolutely get killed. Leads us right into our next point. The futures are plummeting as a result of failed negotiations. Down over 2% on the NASDAQ, and a normal day is plus or minus 0.5 of a percent. This is 2%. It's 4 times a normal kind of day. It's just gonna be brutal. All right, so be prepared. If you're not a normal watcher of the market, don't watch today. It's just gonna drive you crazy because you're just gonna get upset. We're gonna look for opportunities. I wish this hadn't happened, but you can't trade the market you wish you had. You can only trade the market you got. And hopefully we can find some opportunities as a result. I don't get this administration at all. Another thing the administration is doing, which I also don't get, is they're stationing aircraft carriers in the Gulf of the Persian Gulf. There we go. My goodness. As a warning to Iran not to escalate any actions against the U.S. or its allies. This is absolutely ridiculous because they haven't done anything. Iran has not threatened the U.S. or its allies in any way, shape, or form. The officials did not cite any such escalations. Just wanted to warn them. I mean, why not warn any country? I don't know. Well, I know why. They hate Iran because Obama had a deal with them, and they killed that deal, the nuclear deal. So they lifted sanctions. The U.S. had lifted sanctions in exchange for no nuclear program. Makes sense, right? No, that's gone. Because basically Trump hates Obama, and it was an Obama deal, so why be in it? Plus, they support this administration supports Saudi Arabia over Iran. And incidentally, so does Russia. Anyhow, I think it's kind of ridiculous that you warn Iran who hasn't done anything. All right, let's move on. We got some reports out on Black Hills, CACI International, and Cognizant. Did these reports on Friday, so I had no idea that there was going to be these tariffs or anything, and the market was going to crash. But these are actually, 2 of the 3 ideas are kind of timely. Black Hills is a utility in kind of the Midwest, and it would just be a place to go to park your money while this blows over. It shouldn't get you hurt in this kind of market. It might even go up a little bit. Like it's a kind of a flight to safety kind of name. So that's a good one. Go take a look. And then CACI. Well, CACI stands for Command and Control International. Command and Control, mostly in the military. Okay, so there's some military component. Well, especially to the aircraft carrier part. Not so much to China, but it had first of all, it had a great quarter, so that was the reason we did the report, and then and we follow it, and with some escalating tensions in the Middle East, this will get some extra attention. So command and control centers, they're consultants, and they build I picture NASA, as I said in the report, where they have a control room. It's not quite that big nowadays. We don't kind of need that kind of big control room with 100 people in it. You can do a lot more with just a few, but that's the kind of thing they build these surveillance command and control centers. You can just picture it, I'm sure. Cognizant, on the other hand, is really not going to be affected necessarily by this. It will get hurt because everyone else is going to get hurt, but it's not particularly timing. It's just it just did not have a great quarter, so we had to we're covering the company and we had to get that out. Okay, Sysco reports. Sysco. Now let's make sure we get the right one. If you're not looking at the graphics, this is Sysco, the food distributor, not Cisco, the networker, and it's SYSCO. Reports Q3. They have a little bit of a different year end, so it's actually a Q3 report, and they did okay. For shares are up fractionally. KLA reports after the bell. I'm really looking forward to this one because we've been pretty bullish on the semis. This is a semis sort of. They provide equipment and consulting to the semiconductors. It's been one we've supported, so I'm really looking forward to the KLA after the bell. Don't know what's in store. Well, we kind of do actually. Let's not be too flippant. Like many of the semis and related, they're having soft quarters, but everybody's looking right past it, getting on to Q3, Q4, and Q1 of even next year, because that's the rollout of 5G, and it's huge. So it almost doesn't matter what they report. I mean, what they say and how fast the rollout they see coming, and that'll be the more interesting part. Okay, in sports news, Carolina Hurricanes are the first team to punch their ticket to the conference finals in either the NBA or the NHL. They swept the Islanders on Friday night. Pretty much every other series in both leagues are still ongoing. A little shout out to my Raptors for getting a game 4 win and tying up the series with Philly. So there you go. Canes swept the Islanders in 4. And that's your morning brief for Monday, May 6th. Let's go find some more gems.